Who spoiled her into this monster? She wants to play games with me. Fine, let's play. Mom spun around and marched toward my collection of Barbie dolls. She grabbed a pair of scissors and started snipping off their hair, then their heads. She snapped off their arms and legs, throwing the mangled pieces on the I cried, trying to push her away, but it was useless. Mommy, I'm not throwing a tantrum. I want to be with you, but I can't. Entrapped in that machine forever. Dad sighed. Forget it. We don't have time for this now. If Shess at your mom's place, it gives us a break anyway. They'll go do Leo's laundry. Laundry? I followed him. He grabbed a small pile of clothes and walked toward the washing machine. My non-existent heart started to pound. I was terrified of them seeing the gruesome scene inside, but also desperate for them to find. Once Dad saw me, Mom would have to believe I was just throwing a fit. I know it was pointless, but I stretched out my little ghostly hands and tried to cover his eyes. But before he could bend down and open the door, Mom called out, "You can't put baby clothes in the washing machine. Wash them by hand." Dejected, I lowered my hands and glanced back at the machine. In the sealed, warm environment, my body, I think it was starting to swell. A faint, unpleasant smell was beginning to seep out. I had been gone for 2 full days. It wasn't until the evening of the second day that Dad finally nudged Mom to call my grandma. "Why not you call your mom and ask if Penny is behaving over there? Make sure Shess okay." Mom reluctantly picked up her phone, grumbling as she dialed. Shess a big girl, what could happen to her? Honestly, sometimes I look at her and I just get so angry. I'd rather have no daughter than one so thoughtless. It would have been better if she just died. I looked down, picking at my fingers, too sad to speak. "But Mommy, your wish came true." When the call connected, Mom asked bluntly, "Mom, is Penny at your house?" On the other end, Grandma's voice boomed. "What do you say?" I thought she was asking in shock, but her next words dashed my hopes. "I can't hear you. Speak up." The light in my eyes dimmed again. Just as Mom was about to speak, Leo started crying. The answer that was on the tip of her tongue was lost forever. "Oh, never mind, never mind. I have to go check on the baby." For the next few days, my parents didn't mention me again. Dad went to work every day like clockwork. But Leo suddenly started refusing his bottle and spitting up his food. Worried sick, Mom took him to several hospitals, but nothing worked. Then she heard from a friend, Aunt Jenna, about a renowned traditional doctor. She called Aunt Jenna, her voice dripping with false sweetness. "Oh Jenna, hi, your son Kal hasn't come over to play with my Penny in ages. They'll send Penny over in a few days to keep him company." A chill ran down my spine. I had played with Aunt Jenna's son before. He was a bully. He once hit me over the head with a chair. Another time, he made me watch as he strangled a newborn kitten. The nightmares haunted me for a month. My parents had strictly forbidden me from ever seeing Kyle again. Mom said he was trouble, that HED even gouged another kid's eye once. Aunt Jenna laughed coldly on the phone. "I thought Penny didn't like playing with my son." Mom lowered her voice, sounding almost desperate. "Jenna, I heard you know a really good doctor. My son hasn't been eating lately. Do you think you could take me to see him sometime? I could drop Penny off at your place while we go. The kids can keep each other company." My heart sank. To find a doctor for Leo, my mom was willing to just throw me to the wolves. I wanted to leave this house, but I couldn't. It was as if I was tethered to my parents. I started to hope, to pray, that anyone would find. Then one day, just as Mom and Dad were about to leave with Leo, both sets of my grandparents showed up. They were all carrying presents. The wrapping paper was pink and sparkly. Were they for me? A little spark of excitement lit up inside me, but my mom's brow furrowed when she saw them. "Mom, Dad, how many times have I told you? You have to be fair. These gifts are all for Penny." "What about my son?" she complained.